Hey, what's up everyone, FM Journeyman here, and welcome to episode 8 of my Weston-Not Super Mare Foot Manager 2017 save. So in today's episode we're going up against Maidenhead, but let's go take a look at some of the fixtures since the last episode. So in the last episode it was a very surprising 3-2 defeat against Bath City. We have since then played poor away from home. We were very fortunate to get away with a result here. Osman Sadie scoring an own goal in the 77th minute after Chris Barker scoring his first goal of the season, and Owusu equalised, setting up that last minute own goal. So very disappointing display overall. The stats may look like in our favour, but we really struggled to create any kind of opportunities throughout the game. Next one up was against Welling. Again, a very similar story here. Didn't play great, but we got the victory. Elliot Richards scoring, Dean Morgan with the equaliser, followed by Sam Smith getting his first goal for the club. Next up we went up against Hampton and Richmond. Now this wasn't really a surprise result. As I said, the last couple of games we didn't play very well, and a funny feeling we're going to lose a game anytime, and we did here. We were pretty much played out of the park all game long. Sam Smith scoring a consolation goal for us, but apart from that it was a pretty poor display from the boys. Next up we played Oxford City at home. We actually played pretty well. We bounced back nicely here and won 3-1 despite Oxford City scoring the opening goal. Jefferson Louis also missed a penalty. That was a good save from Luke Purnell, but Jamie Hawcastle getting 1 and Perry Ryan getting 2 goals for us. So that leads us up to today's game. Let's take a look at the table before we continue. As you can see, we are currently top of the table by 3 points. Goal difference is identical. Wilson do have a game in hand, so things are getting very tight at the very top of the table, so things are getting definitely very interesting. We are currently, let me see, 16 points now ahead of Bishop Stortford in 6th place, and 16 points against today's opposition, which is Maidenhead. Now, this is going to be a pretty tough game. Maidenhead did beat us last time around 1-0, if you can remember. I think that was episode 2 or episode 3, I'm not quite sure. But let's go into today's game. This is how we line up. Luke Pennell is going to play in goal, Richard Bryan at right back with Joe Steele, Horncastle, and Chris Barker has returned to the squad. Sukana was really poor at left back, wasn't ready to do the role, so Barker has returned. In midfield, Fitzgerald, Theo Brearley, Perry Ryan, and up top, Connor Deards, Elliot Richards, and Watkins. Elliot Richards will lead the line in the poacher role rather than deep line forward position, just because I need him at the very forefront of everything we do. So on the bench, we got Will Britt, Sakuna, Mitchell, Willie, and Sam Smith. And for reserves. So let's go into today's game. We are 1-6 on favourites to win today. That's really heavy odds. Maidenhead are 10-1, and the media fancies us for the win. Let's go ahead and start today's game. Let's do this team talk though real quick. They've reacted very positively. Morale is still very good despite some mixed up and down performances. Let's hope we can maintain this positive form. So Perry Ryan's gonna start play here. Fitzgerald gets a knock. That's not good. Bruised thigh. I'm going to bring him off just as a precaution. We can't afford to lose too many players at this end of the season. Alright, so Willie's going to come on. So obviously, hopefully James won't be out for too long. I hope it's just a brief injury and he'll be back for his next game round. Marks is going to pull the ball here. Oh, good challenge from Watkins there to win the ball back. Watkins drives forwards to Theo Brearley. Brearley to Connor Deards. He shoots from distance. What a goal from Connor Deards. That is a goal of the season candidate by the look of things. Let's take another look at the 3D replay here and see what kind of a goal that was. But that was one heck of an effort. Brearley's just going to lay it off to Deards here. First time shot, top of the corner. Boyd did get a hand to it, but regardless, the shot was much too strong for him, and Connor Deards opens the scoring. So a good start to the game here for the lads. Brian's going to make the tackle. Hope he doesn't give a penalty. He doesn't. Wasmore hits it forward looking for Cox. We make the clearance just about. And Perry Ryan boots it forward looking for Richards. But, Richards pressure on Peters, but he plays it well back to Boyd. And Boyd's going to boot this ball forward. See if we can win it here. Steele does well to win it. Richards to Willie to Perry Ryan. Perry Ryan has Barker on the overlap. Couldn't find him. Gives the ball away and leaves a counter attack here. But Brio does very well to win the ball back. Plays it right to Watkins. Cross it into Richards, who makes it 2-0. We are in control of the game. Things are looking very good so far. So good build-up play there. Unfortunately, great play from Theo. That was really all him there, breaking up, playing in the middle of the park, and setting up that chance for Richards to find the back of the net with, I think, his now 29th goal of the season. So he's had one hell of a year. Definitely going to be up there for player of the season, no doubt. So there's a chance maybe for Maidenhead to get a goal back here. Marks is going to play back to Peters. Peters boots it forward. Good interception from Joe Steele and Horncastle. Those two recently got new contracts. They're non-contract players. But they recently just signed new deals with the club. That'll keep them here for at least another season. So it's good to keep our centre-half partnership together, because both of them have been really good this season. So Watkins is going to try and win this. Can't do it. Falls to Mully. Hits it forward long. Steele with the win with a header. To Richards. Turns. Good tackle from Inman. And he boots it forward. And Cox, almost beat Purnell to the ball. But Purnell got out just in time to smother it. Forwards it long. Watkins is going to scoop up here. This may be a good opportunity. Richards to Deards is through on goal. Hens scores. Connor Deards gets his second goal of the game and 10th of the season. Good finish from Connor Deards, but great play from Elliot Richards to set him up. Let's take another look at the replay here. This was a fantastic ball from Richards. Back heel, in fact. Connor Deards through on goal. Tucks it past the keeper at the near post. Good finish, 3-0. So we are looking in control. But never say never. It is Football Manager after all. And we saw what happened in the last episode, where we lost somehow, even though we pretty much controlled the game, and I think FM decided they were going to give us a loss. But anyway, it looks like it's going to approach half-time here. Maybe one more opportunity for someone. Peters to Horncastle. Hopefully the boys can concentrate and hold on till half-time. This will be a really bad time to concede. Mully goes past Watkins to Wassmer. Wassmer to Coulson. Good interception from Willie. Going to set up a counter-attack here. Deards going to play to Perry Ryan. Perry Ryan to Richards. Richards tries and shoots, but it falls to Barker, to Brearley, to Willie. Bryant's in the box, gets forward. Good save from Boyd. That was a good opportunity there for Richard Bryan to score his second goal of the season. Probably should have been a little bit better with the shot, but nevertheless, good build-up play. So here's maybe a counter-attack to finish the half, and there it is. Half-time whistle blows. We are 3-0 up. Things are going extremely well. The boys are in excellent form, excellent morale. This is a much better display than the last couple of games. As I said, the last couple of games we were lucky to get the results we did, so it's pleasing to see these guys are back on form and playing like they can. So if you look at the league table right now, the live league table, we are currently now 5 points ahead of Wilston, even though they have a game in hand, so that puts us in the command seat going into the last few games of the season. So it's very pleasing, and obviously winning 3-0 helps our goal difference, which stretches it now to 22 to their 19. It's really going to come down to the wire, so things are looking very exciting at the end of the season, and every goal counts, and every goal conceded counts as well. So we're going to look to try and keep our foot on the pedal, as they say. And they get one back as soon as I mention that. Alan Massey with the goal at the near post. Got a deflection on the way. Maybe Luke Purnell should have done a little bit better. Take a look at the 3D replay, see if I can gather anything from it. Not great defending, falls to Massey, shoots, and Purnell does get a strong hand to it. Maybe should have stopped it, but it's 3-1 now. So hopefully we can hold on here and not let them concede another one real quickly, because obviously that will put us under pressure the last 20 minutes. I'm going to make a change though, just to freshen some legs. Let's bring off Jake Watkins, bring on Sam Smith. And let's bring off Barker, and let's bring on Sakuna. Again, just to keep the legs nice and fresh on the field. We don't want players getting too tired this end of the season, because that's how they get injured. Obviously, we suffered an injury already today with James Fitzgerald having to go off a bruised thigh. Here's a corner kick. Tapi Cox almost wins it. Back to Mully. Mully crosses it, and it goes off Sakuna. That's an own goal. 3-2, and it sets up a very dramatic end to this game here. Only 13 minutes left to play. I'm going to have to do something. Let's go to a defensive style, and let's try and just hold out for the rest of the game, because I do not want to throw this game away. Oh, Richard scores. Makes it 4-2. Never mind. Richards jumps to the rescue. There's a 29th goal of the season. Correction from earlier. That was his 28th earlier. Now he's scored his 29th. Awful error from Peters. Sells Boyd short, and Richards snatches onto it and fires past Boyd to make it 4-2. So again, I've switched to a defensive style just to make sure, because you never know. Alright, so here we got 30 minutes to pay, and Richards scores. Oh, never mind. That was actually just another replay of that last goal. Excuse me, I thought I got very excited. I thought it was going to be 5-2 and an exact replica of the last goal. But we got another, 5 minutes left to play now. So that should be enough to see us win today. And it looks like Wilton have dropped a point here too. They're on 61 points now. They were on 62, so that puts us 6 points ahead of them. So that's a much better deficit. And Perry Ryan has just taken a knock. That's not pleasing to see. A potential head injury, a bruised head, according to the my assistant manager. And the full-time whistle blows as we win 4-2. So a good result. Very happy with that display from the boys. As you can see now, we currently sit very top of the table, 6 points ahead of Weston, with a goal difference of 21 to their 18, give us the +3 advantage. And not to mention, it does put us almost 20 points, so 19 points clear of Concord Rangers in 6th spot. So that's another good thing there. So there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let's take a look at some of the injury reports. Perry Ryan's going to be out 9 to 12 days, which means he's going to miss a couple of fixtures. And James Fitzgerald is going to be out for 2 weeks as well. So it looks like we've lost Perry Ryan and James Fitzgerald for 2 games. Lucky enough, though, we got plenty of quality backups to replace them for the meantime. So it looks like they're going to miss the game against Ebbsfleet and Hungerford, and they're probably going to be back for East Thurrock. So the next episode will be up against, let's do Bishop Stortford. Yeah, let's do Bishop Stortford at home, and that will lead us up to the final 4 games of the season, which I'll probably do live as we progress, because things are getting very interesting at the top of the table, and I'd love to share promotion with all of you. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.